bambazo kwase kwamnandi kwela ngithe mnandi
kwaze washintshe tutubala madoda
shintsha shintsha tutubala shintsha
wena
shintsha tutubala
ndeva
shintsha shintsha tutubala sonke tutubala shintshile
kwaze washintshe tutubala mnandi
shintsha shintsha tutubala shintsha shintsha tutubala shintsha shintsha tutubala sonke tutubala shintshile
kwaze washintshe tutubala kwazulu
shintsha shintsha tutubala shintsha shintsha tutubala shintsha shintsha tutubala sonke tutubala shintshile
Pekshoti nama
Gita bafana bamambasa Gita bafana bamambasa
Pekshoti nama
Gita bafana bamambasa Gita bafana bamambasa
Pekshoti
Gita bafana bamambasa 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 Gita bafana bamambasa
Pekshoti nama
Gita bafana bamambasa Gita bafana
I love a fun of my I love a fun of my yeah.
Gita bafana bamambasa Gita bafana bamambasa
I love a fun of my
Gita bafana
The people of Azania, like the African people all over the continent, are marching to the beat of the drums of history. It will be remembered that 16 years ago, under the leadership of the Pan-Africanist Congress of Azania, the people launched what is known today as the Sharpeville campaign, where 69 people were shot dead and 184 were wounded by the police bullets.
The 20th of March, I saw police whom I have never seen, from Springs, from Jamestown, from all over. They were coming in like this. It was a convoy, from all over, to see what is happening in Sharpeville. I said, no, the struggle is on now. It's really on. And it was on. And the man who was responsible for shooting, Captain General Gideon Pina, hey, that man hated Africans. So that man took, this loudspeaker. And just when he was about to tell the people to disperse, I pulled it down. I said, look, I am responsible for these people, not you. If you want to disperse people, disperse your police. I can disperse the people, not you. And secondly, these people didn't take 5 minutes to assemble here. And it is impossible for them to dislocate within 5 minutes. I am responsible here. Still, within, I think it was hardly 5 minutes after that, they arrested me. They put me inside. That was the end of the campaign. Hardly 2 minutes when they opened fire. For the first time I hear a volley of bullets. A volley is something shocking. It was as if this police station is shaky. I couldn't believe my eyes. I thought maybe they are shooting with tear gas. No tear gas. I saw people falling down and I waited that maybe they would get up. Nothing. And before I could think anything, there were blows from this side and everywhere. I said, oh no, now I'm finished. And those years then I made a statement. I used to say, if die I must, I shall die on the shores of a free South Africa.
Ukuthi kunandi ezela kubo. Beti kunandi, kanti bezwa ngabafana bamambazo. Kwase kwamnandi kwela
You see, the wounds, you left in Sharpeville have not healed, my brother. Yeah, they have not healed. They are just there,
We waited for the world to pass judgment on the racist regime of South Africa. But what we see, even today, is that the flag of apartheid is enjoying the diplomatic breeze in the metropoles of Western Europe. The judgment is not passed. Today it is seen that the people of Azania themselves now are rising up to pass that judgment.
The most important thing really, is that there is the question there of political power, the land question, and the means of production. I think those are the three main important things in that country that they must be in the hands of, the African people. And then from there, there must be, a proper distribution of the means of production.
16th of June this year, it is seen all over from then that the people are demonstrating, are burning the government buildings in Azania. Now the question is, what for? What is the reason? That is why we have to explain to the world the real content of our struggle in Azania. Those people are not fighting a racialist war, as it is put maybe by the press, that the people are demonstrating against apartheid, people are unsatisfied with the apartheid laws. No, that is not the theme of the whole thing. The struggle of the people of Azania is the struggle for Africa's self-determination. We are not only fighting the apartheid as it is, to remove it and then thereafter we say the struggle is over. No, that is not the question. What we are fighting is to regain our land that have been robbed from us by the colonials as far back as 1652. What we deny, and we still will keep on denying, is what is accepted in the Western world or the world over, that South Africa is an independent state. As far as we are concerned, South Africa is illegal. That government is illegal. We recognize nothing of it. It will be seen that the African people in that country reject to sing the national anthem that is sung by the whites. We have our own national anthem, Nkosi Sikelel' Afrika. It will be seen that the African people are rejecting even the flag of apartheid in that country. We have our own flag that is black, gold, and green.
Have you ever stood in the darkness of night, screaming silently, you're a man? Have you ever hoped that a time would come when your voice could be heard in a noonday sun? Have you waited so long till your unheard song has stripped away your very soul? Well then believe it, my friend, that this silence can end. We'll just have to get guns and be men.
Now it is seen today that young people, students, have formed what is known as SASO. That the people behind in Azania have formed the Black Convention movement, People's Convention. That the people have formed the trade unionists. In our absence, because most of our leaders are thrown in prison, as is known, and most are in exile, as I am talking now, in exile. That was 16 years ago. But that is not the end of the struggle. What is happening in Soweto is a direct continuation of what happened in 1960. But the only thing that is that now our campaign is reaching its climax. The people are prepared to meet force by force. We will make it very clear to you that We do not accept or expect mercy from Foster. Neither are we going to be merciful when dealing with apartheid regime. We shall deal with it completely and mercilessly. We shall root it out completely in that country.
Has a cry to live when your brain is dead, made your body tremble so, and have unseen chains of too many years hurt you so bad till you can't shed tears. Have so many vows from so many mouths made you know that words are just words. Well then believe it, my friend, that this silence can end. We'll just have to get guns and be men.
There's a greater meaning of the revolution of Azania. As far as I can see it will determine the destiny of the continent of Africa. It will determine it in this way that, as it is seen, there are forces coming into Africa, pulling Africa to this side or that side. You will find that the imperialists led by Americans are in fact interested. They have interest in Africa as a whole, not only in Azania. So they are coming in to pull or direct the revolution of the Azanian people. And we have those who call themselves our friends, like the socialist countries led by the Soviet Union. These people, also they have some sort of interest in that country. They want to give solidarity, which is true, they give solidarity, but that solidarity seems to be accompanied by political or ideological cosmetics, which of course we do not want. If we are giving solidarity, it should be given clear to us without trying to interfere in our program. It is good. We are going to build, and we don't make it a secret, we are going to build socialism in that country. But socialism shall be built by us in our own time according to how we feel we can build it. And we shall not allow anybody to impose that socialism on us. You should participate in the anti-imperialist struggle the world over. You will realize that those very industrialists who today are exploiting us in Azania come from Western Europe. They come from America, from Japan, from everywhere. I don't want to be mentioning names. You see all these big concerns which you see here. Those concerns are in Johannesburg. So, if you are going to help us, you should help us by acting against these concerns.
Hoe vindt u dat we in Nederland best solidariteit kunnen betuigen?
Door te strijden tegen al die ondernemers die winst puren uit de apartheidspolitiek van Vorster.
Hoe ziet u de huidige situatie in Zuid-Afrika?
In Zuid-Afrika zie ik dat de fascisten daar dezelfde politiek voeren die we hier onder het Hitlerbewind hebben meegemaakt, waardoor ik zelf de enige overblijvende ben van mijn hele familie.
Weg uit het fascisme, Azania vrij! Weg uit het fascisme, Azania vrij! Weg uit het fascisme, Azania vrij!
Wat vindt u van deze demonstratie?
Och meneer, wat moet ik ervan zeggen? Zuid-Afrika ligt ver van mijn bed af. Ik ben tegen dat fascisme dat er heerst. Anders zou ik geen goede Amsterdammer zijn. Maar ik zal u vertellen, de mensen, ze worden vertrapt. Dat is altijd geweest. Die zwarte meerderheid werd door de blanke minderheid vertrapt. Moet toch iedereen zeggen? En iemand die het anders zegt is bij mij iemand, die met twee monden spreekt, is een fascist.
Op wat voor wijze kan het Nederlandse volk best solidaritair met het volk van Azania zijn?
Het kan door zich zoveel mogelijk in te zetten om aan het Nederlandse volk duidelijk te maken wat het belang is van de strijd van het volk in Azania. Dat de belangen vrij parallel liggen, omdat het natuurlijk dezelfde bedrijven zijn die de toestand in Azania handhaven. Dezelfde bedrijven als hier. En op de tweede plaats door een demonstratie als deze en eventueel boycottacties. Hoewel boycottacties er natuurlijk niet te veel moet verwachten, dat heeft weinig effect. Het is echt een vorm van solidariteit. Uiteindelijk zal de strijd in Azania zelf uitgevochten moeten worden.
Hoe kunnen we het best solidair zijn met de bevrijdingsbewegingen?
Door in ieder geval geen verdeeldheid te zaaien tussen de bevrijdingsbeweging, want daar hebben ze natuurlijk helemaal niks aan. En door duidelijk te maken dat het streven van de bevrijdingsbeweging naar eenheid, wat de laatste tijd steeds meer schijnt te gebeuren in Azania, om dat te propaganderen.
Verder is het erg belangrijk om de naam Azania naar voren te brengen. De enige naam die door Afrikanen zelf naar voren is gebracht. Zuid-Afrika is nog steeds een koloniale naam. Net zoals Namibië voor Zuidwest-Afrika. Vrij! Azania vrij! Azania vrij!
So this solidarity should not only be seen as only to the people of Azania because they are fighting against apartheid. It should be seen in this way that it is given to us because we are fighting for Africa's self-determination in that country. Not only to do away with whites. But it is true that the whites, we have to do away with them because these people are on our backs. And what we ask them to do, and simply is clear, is that they should get off our backs. That is all what we want of them. And they remain in Azania as Azanian people. Not they remain there as masters, as they are masters now at the present moment. So this question of solidarity really, it should not, you might have seen what it cost Africa in the last years. The people were given solidarity to Angola, for example. Instead of giving solidarity to the whole liberation movements in that country, they divided the movements. And that cost a lot of life. Africa paid life to get Angola to where it is today because the liberation movements themselves were divided. So as I am saying now, war is fermenting in Azania. It is fermenting day in and day out. People are still dying. The African people are still dying. But tomorrow, they will kill for their freedom. And when this happens, it is true that South Africa is armed. That regime is armed to teeth. It is armed by the Western world. And they will regret the outcome of this war. Africa will pay the heaviest price. It is true. Foster will, in fact, leave the scars on the continent of Africa that will take years and years to heal. But this cannot stop us.
You know that dignity, not just equality, is what makes a man a man. And so you laugh at laws passed by a silly lot that tell you to give thanks for what you've already got. And you can't go on with this time-worn song that just won't change the way you feel. Well, you believe it, my friend, that this silence can end. We'll just have to get guns and be men.